Hello and welcome back. I'm just going to try and add a few of these videos together to try and make a few short videos of it. A few things what I'm doing. I've already done this on one of my channels, on one of my videos before. Some teacup metallic. It's in no way, shape or form advertised to clean headlights on cars, but it just seems to work. As you can see, I've got it on that one. You don't need to go mad. I only put it on with paper, no kind of scrubbing pad or nothing like that. That's obviously how they looked. And we'll take this off now. It's been on a little while. Just a microfiber towel, to be honest. You can use absolutely anything to rub it off. Doesn't do miracles like when you get like the power sanders onto them. But they certainly does clean them up well. And then after you've done this, we're just going to put just a layer of polish on as a UV protectant. But I certainly wouldn't say it's perfect, but that headlight, the camera finds it difficult to pick these up. But it is, when you have a look at that, there's quite a haze on it, where this one is a lot improved. It's stand back. But it does work. I say I'm going to do the other side as well. I've just done the pollen filter, which you just lift the rubber up, lift this little flap, just be careful you don't damage it. Pop the new one on. Fairness, that one wasn't too bad, but God knows how many years that's been in there. So that's that been done. What I'm on doing now, I'm going to change. I've shown you the upgraded headlight bulbs and side light bulbs. You just take these two little covers off. They look a bit awkward, especially this one and this one here. You take that off, and while that's off, I'm going to take the air box off and do the air filter at the same time. As you can see, I've got the mass airflow meter off because the reason I've took it off like this is I don't recognise that plug. It's way before my time, but there's a lot of dirt in there. I'm going to very, very gently, you don't go mad with them kind of things, very, very gently clean it with a little bit of electrical contact cleaner, and then you just use some low pressure, not high pressure, air, just to dry off any residue afterwards. So I'll come back to you when I've got these two panels off, the air filter box off, and I may put it on the tripod and record just clean the mass airflow, as well as I'm taking off this cover, which is a bit irritating actually. It rattles on a bit, so I'm going to try and remove it and repair it, but as well to gain access to the EGR valve, that'll not be on this video, to remove it and clean it and blank it off. As well as I have also ordered this, which is a little, basically it's a petrol fuel filter, which just filters the air which goes into the vacuum system. It's not really that dirty, but they cost pennies. So the reason it's loose is as soon as it comes, I'm going to change that. What else am I going to do? A few other little bits and bobs here at the front. What's in my pile of things to do? Yeah, so air filter, bulbs, the engine flush. I'm just going to put that into the engine for now because I haven't got time tonight, and I'm going to be shutting the doors. Don't want the engine run. I'm going to run it a little bit. It'll give it time to soak overnight, and then tomorrow I'll run it right up the temperature, let it run, and then drain it out when everything's hot. So that's my plan for that. A few other little bits and bobs, but I'll get into that later. I'll just put it on pause, and I'll come back to you when I've took the covers and whatnot off. Right, that's a few little jobs done. It's back together up here with the pollen filter. That's all back as it should be. I've took this cover off. I've took the cover off on the top of the engine, which has exposed the EGR, which I won't be touching on this video. The next bit I've done, took this side apart, took the air box off, the top of the air box, which is down there, which has exposed the air filter, which, as you can see, it's seen better days. Halford's filter, so that can go in the bin along with the old pollen filter. And that's the nice new Bosch one. Try to keep that clean to go in. I've cleaned it out in here, but while I've been in here, I've done the upgrade on the bulbs. So just so you can see, I'm going to do a bit of a demonstration because I've done this side, but I haven't done that side. Cleaned the headlamps up, put a bit of wax on them. They're looking a lot better. So first up, we'll do an indicator test and put the side lights on before the headlights. So put the hazards on, put the side lights on. Excuse the beeping. So now, as you can see, at this side, nice and orange, And that, I don't know if I can pick it up, as a nice kind of bright kind of white colour. On this side, it's like a dull orange glow with, I don't know if the video shows it up, but there's a lot of white showing through on there. Hence, if you want to have a look between the new, and that's what come out, and all the white light shines through the burnt orange paint. So 2 new orange bulbs to go in. They're the new headlamps, which I'm going to show you now. You can't tell massively in the daylight, but you will at night time. They're the Osram Unlimited. They are actually quite good, these. And they're your LED Osram side light bulbs, which are really good quality. I don't know if I can stand back from a distance. It's very difficult to show in daylight. I don't think the camera really does it much justice. It's definitely a lot more vibrant orange as well, the indicator. And we'll put the headlights on. I'll just turn that off. There we go. Again, you won't see a massive amount of difference in daylight, but at night time, they are definitely a lot better. I can even see as you're standing looking. It's weird because what I can see is totally different to what the camera is showing for these bulbs. Quite a dull kind of orange. Quite a vibrant white. The camera really doesn't like showing that up too good. There you go, that's focused a little bit better. So, that's how far I've been on. I'll just knock that really annoying noise off. And the hazards off. I was going to just film that, but I didn't really see the point, because all I've been doing is faffing on down the back of here in really difficult, hard to get places. That's the indicator, dip beam, and the side light one's in with the main beam. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to clean this MAF sensor, get the air filter back in, the box back in, that cover, get it all built up at this side, and then possibly get on with this side tonight, which I'm not sure if I'll get time to do. So I'll catch you when I've got the rest of it built up. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I'll show you what we're dealing with the MAF sensor here. You've got to be very, very careful with these, especially on this older car, because it'll be like hen's teeth to get a hold of. There's a very fine wire in there, which is all covered in like grease and oil. So what we're going to do is use the electrical contact cleaner, just to give that a little bit of a spray, as so. Of course, the light isn't shining where I want it to be, which is quite difficult, holding the light in one hand, camera in the other, trying to do this. I can do it like that, but then obviously the light's in the way where I need to be. But just to give it a good spray, just give it a little bit of time to do its work. Use some mild pressure air just to kind of rinse it off, and that's all you need. But as you can see, there's a lot of dirt coming out of there, and it'll just help the car run a lot better. So I'll get that cleaned up and get it back together and come back to you. Right, I'm just going to wrap this video up. So we've done that, we've cleaned the mass air, that's been put back in. As we know, next video I'll be cleaning and deactivating the EGR. All the new bulbs are in. I personally think it's looking spot on there now. Like I said, the camera doesn't do it much justice, but it definitely is a vast improvement and brings the car a little bit more up to date. LED side lights, both Osram headlight bulb. I mean, it's getting dark in here now, so you might see some difference in it. We'll see. I mean, they're not going to be like no modern car, but they're definitely better, a lot better than what they would have been in nice orange indicators, which, like I've mentioned here, we're almost flashing white. There's the two bulbs. There's the burnt out H1s that were. As you can see, they've been getting quite hot, just standard bulbs. And there's your two little 501s. There's one other job I'm going to do, but I'm not going to really film it because there's quite a bit to it. I'll just knock all these lights off. What I'm going to do, if you notice with these Vauxhalls, as they get older, when you pull the bonnet catch, you feel as if the bonnet only springs open at the very last point, the biting point of it. There's a little thing down here behind the cover that you get in to change the headlight bulbs. This side was much difficult, I will say. And what you do is, if you see I've marked it with white paint at each side, and it's a little 8mm, you loosen it off and you just pull it back ever so slightly and retighten it back up, and that'll bring the biting point of the handle for the bonnet release up. Because at the moment, I'll show you, the bonnet release, when you're pulling it, it's right up here before it actually pops the bonnet, which is worrying because if it goes any further, you won't be able to get it open. You don't need to go mad, but you adjust it a bit so that the bonnet pops at about this point rather than right up here. So, just to show you, that's all you do. Just slacken it off, get a pair of pliers, pull it back a little bit, retighten it back up, and just check whereabouts that's bringing you. If it's too far down, adjust it off a bit. If it's not enough, take it a bit more out. So, that's the final part of the video. I will be doing a lot more. You've seen all my other stuff I've got to do. I'll keep you up to date. So if you like this, like, comment and subscribe. You know, like, tell us what you think. Tell us if there's anything I should be looking at, anything that looks wrong. But it's absolutely sound under here. From what I can see, all the injectors are bone dry. It's just kind of been really well looked after, this car. There's no leaks anywhere, nothing. So, like I said, I'll be getting on my next video, doing the oil change. The flush has already been put in. What else have I got to do? The fuel filter, I need to get some numbers off it, but that's brand new. Not worrying about that for now. Changing that little filter, EGR, wax oil in it, cavity wax, injection, done the bulbs. There'll be other stuff. I'll keep you up to date. So thanks for watching. Bye.